Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about this utterly retarded shit. Still not as bad as the United requiring or demanding that you get diversity pilots, but still, it's quite almost there. Not quite, but almost. So, here it is. Muslim advocacy group calls on Valve to drop 6 days in Fallujah from Steam from PCGAMER. You know, it's going to be shit reporting, especially for the person who wrote it, because he's absolutely suck at his job. Anyway, the Council on American Islamic Relations, as in the unindicted co-conspirator who supports Hamas, a Washington DC-based civil rights and advocacy group for Muslims, who usually you pretty much have to steer clear away from them because they are absolutely questionable in their content in a lot of things, is asking Valve, Microsoft and Sony to refuse to distribute 6 days in Fallujah, an upcoming tactical FPS based in the Second Battle of Fallujah, one of the bloodiest battles of the Iraq War. I wonder why. Like I said, I've already covered all of this, and the excuses they use is a lot of bullshit. And even in their own type of propaganda they like to peddle, they say, oh my god, I'm the victim here. And when in fact that's not the case. They used human shields, they would use houses, they would even stop people from fleeing houses. That's the same tactic Hamas uses. And even in Lebanon, all those Islamic terrorist groups use this tactic. They will invade a house, block the family from fleeing, and use the house as a stockpile, or use it as a way of human shields, as in the Israeli army or the American army couldn't even invade the house without actually shooting out pieces, and they would use the family as a way to stop the Americans from shooting. Because after all, we Westerners have a bit more of regard for life than they do. And not only that, look at this. Look at the propaganda that they are peddling. Iraqi civilians die in Fallujah. Iraqi babies still suffer birth defects. Ooh! And then says, #Deplatform 6 days. Well, strap your bomb vests, little boys and girls and things, because this is absolutely retarded. Most of these Iraqi civilians who died in Fallujah, well, also died by the Iraqi Defense Army. Not only that, most of these Iraqi babies suffering birth defects are in fact a lot of fake news. There's a reason why it's called depleted uranium. Yes, the uranium has no radioactive anything at all left to it. Otherwise, all the Americans, from the contractors who built the shell, down to the soldiers who put the shell inside the tank to fire it, would actually all of them be sick or dying. But that's not the case, is it? Because the entire word says depleted uranium. Depleted as in there's no radioactive charge whatsoever on the shell. And those shells were only used against Iraqi tanks. Because, as you know, they are pretty much useless if you fire it on a house or on a human or anything like that. Because they were made, the Sabo rounds with depleted uranium heads were only made to penetrate heavily armored targets. And a heavily armored target is a goddamn fucking tank. And those tanks were pretty much almost gone back in those wars, so they were barely fucking used. if you had any issues whatsoever, you would have if you were fighting for the Iraqi army on the first Gulf War, when the Iraq had thousands upon thousands of tanks and they all got destroyed. I think it was 72 Hastings, or I think like something like that. The biggest battle of the 20th century of tanks. Not even a single casualty on the American side. Either way, so that the entire world is depleted uranium, and it was only used against tanks, so this is pretty retarded. You're peddling propaganda, CAIR. Propaganda, and you're supporting Deplatform, or that means you're supporting censorship, which is pretty much your go-to tactics for all of this. I wonder what. I should have probably done this before. Let me check what Robert Spencer has to say. Because Robert Spencer is pretty much a victim of constant attacks by these moronic imbeciles of CAIR. Let's see. It's April. This was April 7th. Let's see. I'm checking in here what it has to say. Let's say victim Muslims. No, I don't know if he covered it. Military anti-Israeli Mavi Marmara flotilla charged with aiding jihadi terrorists. So nothing new upon there. Let's see. Hamas linked CAIR enraged demands apology and policy change after Muslim are deprived of hijab in jail. Yeah, you shouldn't be wearing hijab in jail. Let me say that. You can use it to strangle someone. You can actually use to commit crimes and attack people. So no, let's see. Yeah, I don't think that he covered it yet. Hopefully he will soon. Oh, and by the way, I recommend this website for your normal reporting of what it is, what goes on with the Islamic world. Completely and utterly recommended. He absolutely gives a lot of context and things like that. It's a great website, so please go on and check it out. jihadwatch.org. I absolutely recommend it. It's awesome content. Let's see, there's a search feature. Let's see, let's give it another go. Let's see if he's still covered it. Nope. Here it is. California Hamas linked CAIR enraged demands apology. Hamas linked, that's the latest one. And then it's April 5th. Cancels another school board member. Well, it's the go-to platform. Oh, look, here it is. Islamic terrorists have carried out more than 38,928 deadly terror attacks since 9/11. So, let me put it this way. If you're defending this, you are pretty much defending those 38,000, nearly 39,000 terrorist attacks. Let's go on and check out what Andy DeFil Chalk has said, allegedly. Anyway, we call on him, and we call on Microsoft. Sony involved to ban the platform from hosting 6 days in Fallujah. Arab murder simulator. Holy shit, Pickle. They say Arab murder simulator. Well, let me put it this way. The game is not for you. If you are not liking the content of it, why don't you just go on and fund your own game development and make your own game that will pedal for the control left? Why don't you just do that? Well, apparently that's too much to ask for imbeciles like CAIR here. Anyway, that will only normalize violence against Muslims in America and around the world. The gaming industry must stop dehumanizing Muslims. Well, considering the last game that actually depicted them was insurgency, but you actually end up fighting as in Afghanistan as a defense force by the Afghani army, and then there's so basically it's only a multiplayer game and not seeing anything at all. There's no dehumanization in there. Well, imagine that. If you make up a neo-Nazi group, and then the neo-Nazi group goes on and demands that games depicting Nazis as dehumanizing be cancelled. Imagine that. That's exactly what is going on right here. 6 Days in Fallujah was originally announced in 2009, but and then developer IRaqWar describes it as a thoughtful game. I absolutely love the mechanics. If you guys get this cancelled, I'm going to be fucking pissed. Anyway, industry analyst Daniel Ahmad, I won't call him an industry analyst. He is the owner of Ethereum, which is a forum full of soy boys and control left idiots and reprobates and degenerate little shits. But it's a bit of a mess. But either way, PC Gamer is not the only one. Gamma Sutra, which, if we are going to say it, it seems a bit of a triggering name, don't you think? It's actually culturally appropriating the name Kama Sutra. So, don't you think you should be changing your name, otherwise you insult the Asians? Yes, it sounds pretty triggering. It's frankly kind of shocking that 6 Days in Fallujah has returned to public discourse. First revealed in 2009. I hate these people. Atomic Games promised to let players relive the second Battle of Fallujah from November 2004 from the perspective of the United States Marines who waged the assault. I have been waiting this game since ever. Rio Holmes, when it comes to there's a mutual understanding between the reports. Oh shit, pickle. I'm not even going to bother. There's a reason. Holy shit, a wall of text with nothing to give. And then you also have Hero Gamer doing the same bullshit. A prominent Muslim advocacy organization, I would say pretty much a Hamas-linked Muslim advocacy organization, but here we are. In a statement, CAIR said the game would only normalize violence. God damn it, people fucking retards. You know what? This just became a day one purchase for me, especially because of the randomized thing, but mostly and not only because these people are trying to cancel it. So it's pretty much giving this more of ad. Free ads for the game, and hopefully I know at least Valve doesn't buckle to this type of pressure, but hopefully it doesn't become the first thing that the first game that Valve end up doing it, buckling to this pressure. So hopefully we still see the release date for this game doesn't get cancelled. I know Sony will. That's a given. Microsoft probably. Valve hopefully not. Either way, hopefully we get to see it, because if it ends up being released only on their website and things like that, it will be pretty much difficult for me to acquire a copy of the game. Anyway, it's a disgrace what is happening, that's for sure. Anyway, if you like this type of content, stay right here on fucking YouTube, so youtube.com/DrJester. But if you want spicy and exclusive content, check out bitchute.com/DrJester or minds.com/DrJester. I'm thinking of creating a specific segment for it called, I don't know, After Dark or something with a very specific different thumbnail, but still don't know. Anyway, thank you for watching. Go fuck yourself, CAIR, and go fuck yourself, YouTube. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a very good night, because V is going to have a very interesting week on his This Week in Stupid back on Sunday. He's going to enjoy this, isn't he? Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good